is the man in the yellow tux and the creator of Banana Ball. Make some noise for Jesse Cole.
Wow. Richmond, tonight you are part of a historical night. The first ever headliner in Firefighters history. And tonight you are breaking a record. We've had the Party Animals have headliners. We've had the Bananas have headliners. But this is the biggest first game headliner in history with 9,000.
We having fun. We playing banana ball. Know what's going on tonight.
Yeah.
We
Richmond,
having
Virginia, for the
fun.
first time in the
We
team's
playing
history, the
banana
Firefighters
ball.
are the
Know
headline
what's
team.
going
The sirens here
on
ringing like a
tonight.
doorbell
Yeah,
at your front door
we
at your house in
having
Richmond as we
fun.
start this
We
headline
playing
tour with
banana
Fashion and
ball.
Hurry through the
Know
Commonwealth
what's
of Virginia.
going on
Tonight, we have tailgaters,
Yeah,
we have firefighters,
we
we got
having
a beautiful
fun.
2 hours of
We
banana
playing
ball here in
banana
Richmond.
ball.
Thanks so much for joining
Know
us here
what's
on the
going-
Firefighters YouTube page. I'm Zach Staten, thrilled to be making your acquaintance as Firefighters.
We are so excited to bring you this new version of Banana Ball here in Fire Nation. You'll see all the heat seekers out at the plate.
Out at the plate, you'll see the flamethrowers on the mound, and you'll see a heck of a lot of fun here too. And for that, we need to tell you about what's
in
hot
Fire Nation.
In Fire Nation, we start out with the wonder from down under. The assistant man here. Who knows? He hits a home run. We're going to see a lot of celebrating tonight. Maybe he breaks out the shoey, and we have a little good old time here with the Aussie. We also have the man who brings the lightning all the way from Lexington, Kentucky, and Johnny Hummel. He closed out Kentucky's trip to the College World Series a year ago. He can do a tremendous opportunity here tonight to do it again as the Firefighters seek their second victory here in 2025. And Logan Lacey, if you have watched the Firefighters play, there is no doubt you have seen that man do anything and everything to help the Firefighters case out. 5 trick plays, leads the team so far this year, and he can do a lot at the plate too. Backflips. Hey, he's even able to go out and dive out on the tarp if that's what it takes. Through the fire and the flames, Logan Lacey will be whatever he needs to do and do whatever he needs to do to be able to get the Firefighters a victory. Now, we need to see who the Firefighters are playing, so let's meet the Texas Tailgaters. Like, I can't hear.
Sleeve, 2 sleeves, and go. Oh, Patrick. He's going to drop. He's going to roll. And he's going to throw a really mediocre first. It's Patrick with a 2-minute pitch.
Granddaddy bad, he hit it up the hollow with everything he had. And for my time, I climbed tiptoe, coming back from Copperhead Road.
They're here to go big, and they ain't going home. They are the Texas Tailgaters!
And now the starting lineup for the Texas Tailgaters. Leading off in left field, number 2, Zach Watson. Batting second, the extra hitter, number 17, Nick Lopez. Behind the plate, number 26, Taj Porter. In the cleanup spot, number 10, Brett Carson. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Mac Danford. Batting sixth in center field, number 13, Marcos Castillo. The designated hitter, number 7, Indy Stanley. Batting eighth, wearing number 8, Travis Monio. Number 9 at second base, Jonathan Sunshine Looters. And at shortstop, number 5, Jordan Hussein. Starting on the mound for the Texas Tailgaters, number 31, Cole Kitchen. The Tailgaters are coached by Joe Mikulik, Penny, and Andrew, no relation to Steve Bartman. Ladies and gentlemen, your Texas Tailgaters. One more time, give it up for the Texas Tailgaters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have met the cast. You have met the Tailgaters. And now it is time to make the call. And here to make that call, please welcome 3-year-old Cameron.
Banana Ball Fire Department, what's your emergency?
They're here to serve, protect, and kick some ass! Here come your firefighters!
Ladies and gentlemen, get stoked for the Firefighters!
Fans, now it's time to bring some hero power to the plate. He's the meanest of the mean, the baddest of the bad, the toughest of the tough. Give it up for our hero hitter of the night, 6-year-old Eric. Eric is going to attempt to hit a home run against these tailgaters. BK stares him down. Get behind him, fans. Cheer him on. Delivers. Big swing and a miss. Strike one. This doesn't seem very fair, fans. Oh! He smokes a ball down the first baseline. He's moving. He touches first. Pasty can't handle the ball. He's rounding second. The throw's bobbled. Overthrown to third. He's coming in hard. Here comes Eric. Steve! Eric, 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 Eric. Give it up for your home run hitter tonight, Eric.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to learn the rules of our game. The name of the game is Banana Ball. And in Banana Ball, we have 11 rules. Rule number 1, every inning counts. You win the inning, you get a point. How do you win the inning? Score more runs than the other team. The final inning counts the most, where every run counts for a point. Rule number 2, we have 9 innings or a 2-hour time limit, unless. Rule number 3, if we are tied, it will force a one-on-one showdown tiebreaker. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder. Rule number 4, there is no bunting. And say it with me, Richmond, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you are thrown out of the game. Swing the bat. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base. Rule number 6, there are no walks in Banana Ball. Ball 4 is a sprint. The runner can go as far as they want until all 9 fielders touch the ball. Rule number 7, batters may not step out of the batter's box. If they do, he'll call it a strike. Rule number 8, there are no mound visits. Rule number 9, the Banana Ball challenge rule. During the game, each team has an opportunity to challenge one umpire call per game. And not only do these guys get to challenge your authority, Vince, so do the fans. Your fan challenge representative tonight has the best seat in the house. It's Jennifer. Oh, that's not nice. Rule number 10, the golden batter rule. Once per game, each team can take any hitter in their lineup and have them bat in any spot. And finally, the most fans first rule of them all. Richmond, did you bring your gloves with you tonight? Oh, that's good, because if any of you fans catch a foul ball in this game, it counts for an out. And those are the rules of Banana Ball. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a little competition between the Firefighters and the Texas Tailgaters. This is called the Banana Ball Handstand Challenge. When I say go, every member of both the Firefighters and the Tailgaters will get into a handstand position. The last team to have any members of their team still in a true, non-cheating handstand position will be the winning team of this challenge. Gentlemen, are we ready? Then let's get to the starting positions. On your mark, get set, go. And they're up. And a lot of dropping out right away. All right. Logan Lacey hanging in there, doing well. We've got a Barber. That is a headstand, Rodrigo. That doesn't count. Taj, I saw that. You went down before. Lacey hanging in. Ladies and gentlemen, the last man standing, the Firefighters.
Fans, it's now time to meet the cast of your Firefighters. So I need everyone clapping your hands together. I'll keep bringing it. We're gonna need the fire energy from you tonight. First, they'll be rocking all night long. Let's hear it for your fire line. Keep it going. They'll be posing, flexing all night long. This is your calendar crew. Keep it going for your trick pitcher, juggling extraordinaire, and active firefighter, Matt Wolf. And he's back here in Richmond, your dancing umpire. It's Vincent Chapman. And now, the newest mascot of your firefighter and nature's firefighter, it is Bo the Beaver. And finally, the first ever Dalmatian Mad Dog. Here he is. It is Chief. And now let's hear it for the cast of your Firefighters. Now, the cast is ready. The players are ready. It's now time for you, the fans, to get ready. So I need everyone on your feet. The capacity crowd here at the Diamond on your feet. Because to officially join the Banana Ball Fire Department, we have to get sufficiently warmed up. So to get us warmed up, please welcome 5-year-old Caroline. Here she comes. All right, Caroline, this is important. Look around. They are ready for the first ever headliner game, but we got to get them bringing the energy. We got to get them loose. We got to get them worked out. Are you ready for this, Caroline? Yes! She is ready. All right, Caroline, whatever you do, they're going to do. Here we go. Oh, yes. Good start, Caroline. Keep it going. Oh, all right, we're going to reach. This is a good workout. I like this. Keep it going. Oh, we're running. High knees. High knees. Good job, Caroline. Wait, all right, what? Oh, we're doing our knee. All right. Oh, no, jumping jacks. Good job, Caroline. Oh, what are these, squats? We're doing squats. We are getting loose here in Richmond. Good job, Caroline. All right. Caroline, look around. 9,000 people going crazy for you. Fans, let's hear it for Caroline.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and banana ball enthusiasts from around the world, tonight you and thousands of your friends here live, and millions more watching home have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Kalamazoo to Timbuktu, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the fans come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 9,000 plus people here in Richmond, Virginia, to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the hottest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
And now, the starting lineup for your Firefighters. Leading off, the designated hitter, number 911, Joe Lytle. Batting second, playing second, Liam Spence. In the three-hole, manning the hot corner, number 11, Logan Showtime Lacey. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 3, Dalton Cornett. Hitting fifth, manning station number 1, number 24, Dakota D-Mac McFadden. Hitting sixth, ranging center field, number 23, Ron Franklin Jr. Batting seventh, wearing number 7, ranging right field, Mason Maxwell. Hitting eighth, wearing number 8, the extra hitter, Stephen Collins. And batting ninth, that shortstop, number 10, Caden Peanut Green. And ranging left field, the decky, number 19, South Tremble. And on the mound for the Firefighters, number 6, Austin Temple. The Firefighters are led by Battalion Chief Val Perez, Captain Corey Pye, and Lieutenant Drew Iniesta. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask all those who are able to please rise, uncover your heads, and turn towards the flag with your right hand over your heart for tonight's rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Performing this evening, please welcome Ella McKenzie with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
Thank you very much, Ella McKenzie.
The boys are getting a pump here as we get set for the first firefighter headliner here in Banana Land. A 3-stop tour through the Commonwealth of Virginia begins right here, right now, in the capital of the state, Richmond, Virginia. A sold out, packed out, lively diamond here in Richmond, about ready to get the boys in black and neon and the Texas Tailgaters underway here out on the diamond. First things first, though. Let's introduce you to the players who will be out here. And again, this is a lot of new faces and names you'll be seeing throughout Banana Ball. The first game ever in Banana Land that does not feature the bananas or party animals. You take a look at the lineup here. The top of the order is extremely potent. Zach Watson and Taj Border in particular hitting above 400, both of them throughout the season so far. Zach Watson has himself a showdown winner in the first game of the party animals that went to showdowns. They will be a hard lineup to try and put away. On the defensive side, though, the Firefighters have a lot of athleticism out here. Logan Lacey, we introduced him to you earlier. He won the handstand competition in the pregame. He can hit backflips. He can stand up and catch. I've seen him dive out into the tarp. South Trimble in the outfield. Ron Franklin showing a ton of athleticism here throughout the week. He will be a tremendous athletic outfielder as we go on here throughout this game. Let's get you onto the bump. Austin Temple will take the mound to begin his first start here on the Firefighters headlining tour. He is a tremendous arm. 5 minutes, 5:52 in minutes per inning, giving up just 4 hits and only 2 base 4 sprints so far, struck out 3 innings. He is a Home Alone 3 fan tonight, though. The diamond is his house. They won't have to leave him alone at all here. The Firefighters look to pick him up behind and get themselves into the bottom half of the first inning where they might be able to potentially have their first walk-off this season so far. Now, we've got to get this thing ready to go here. We've got to start the 2-hour clock here at some point in time. But what's the best way to do that? What's the best way to do that? Let's go down to our fire marshal, Marshall Sills.
Normally, we would say start the clock. But in Firefighter Nation land, we're going to do ring the bell. So, as when I say 911, you're going to count down to ring the bell. So ready, 911, ring the bell.
And there we go, the bell is rung, the clock has started. We are underway for the first time ever in the home of the Firefighters.
Leading off for the Texas Tailgaters.
Leading off is Zach Watson, the ever potent outfielder. We got a chance for a foul ball out immediately. Do we catch it? Oh, we can't do it. A chance for the fans to get the spotlight immediately. Come up just a bit shy. Watson, 400 hitter so far this season. One count here to begin for Temple. Swing and a miss there. It might have been foul tipped off as Dalton Cornett looks back for the extra ball. Watson trying to get the Tailgaters off to any sort of good start here. But Austin Temple can throw a flame and get something going as that one is by Logan Lacey and down the left field line for a base knock. Watson rounding, sliding into second. It's a close play, but he is safe. And look at that, the Tailgaters already not the best visitors here for the Firefighters. Zach Watson is on with a leadoff double. On a 2-2 count, that'll bring up Nick Mr. Leisure Lopez. This is a tremendous Tailgaters bunch with the offense that can really get potent very quickly. A hot offense to put out for the Firefighters. They average over 7 runs a game. Of course, in Banana Ball, you've got to win the inning to win the point. When you put up that many runs, you're going to have a chance for a lot of points here as Temple checks the runner at second base. Goes back to Lopez, and that is in there for a 1-2 count. That one through the legs, and that's a trick play right off the jump there for Liam Spence. He's gone a little bit of everywhere so far this season in the outfield, now out at second base, and he goes in between the legs. As Liam Spence notches the first trick play for the Firefighters in their headlining history. Nice catch there for D-Mac, Dakota McFadden over at first base. Now brings up the quad father, the catcher in the lineup, Taj Porter. 429 at the plate so far this season. Going to the backstop here on a 1-1 count. Porter swings, and that's fouled out again. Porter, class of 2022, Southern U. He's a member of the Party Animals last year, now moving over to the Texas Tailgaters, and maybe getting a little bit of the pregame is just what he needed because he is hitting tremendously, but he gets fanned out there as Austin Temple breaks out the fire extinguisher. Temple with the first strikeout of the evening, and the Firefighters can get out of a runner on second base if they can just get one more here. Mac Danford beg your pardon, excuse me. This is Be Everywhere Brett Carson. Averaging .233 so far this year, .320 on base percentage. He's got a pair of doubles and 4 RBIs so far throughout this year. He lines one through, that'll get in. That's a base knock. Rounding third and heading for home is Watson. Lacey cuts it off, and they will not make a play as Watson slides in, gets a hug from Vincent Chapman, and the Tailgaters, just like that, have an early 1-0 lead. And look at this, taking over the Firefighters' house. Fans with active hands. We'll see if that comes into play a little later with a foul ball. But this is about as good a start as you could find here for the Texas Tailgaters, as they've gotten 2 hits in their first 4 batters, and we still have a couple of dangerous hitters to go, mainly Mac Danford, who is on the plate next. Carson just getting over to first base. Not in scoring position yet, but Danford absolutely tremendous here. Foul netting playing very, very pivotal there on a liner. Inning moving past 5 minutes here as we begin the first inning of this one. Good stop there from Dalton Cornett, saves any sort of trouble. Swing and a miss. Austin Temple just trying to get out of this one. The one thing, talking to Javon Ray a little bit earlier from a pitcher standpoint, if you have the opportunity, as that one is, looks like it's out of play of the fans. And in fact, it is. From a pitcher standpoint, you'd like to give your offense the opportunity to respond rather than always having to set the tone. This is a huge opportunity on full count, and Temple throws the flames right by him. A gritty from Vincent Chapman, and the Firefighters are out of it. Just a 1-0 deficit is all they got to go to as they go into the bottom half of the first frame. Now we take you to the lineups here on both sides. First, we're going to begin with the Tailgaters defense out in the field. This is a trick play bunch, 34 on the year so far. Jordan Hussein, you will live to see him on social media with a ton of trick opportunities. Marcos Castillo had the diving catch to end the game and a win over the Bananas last Saturday in Cincinnati. He will be one to watch for as well. On the bump is Cole Kitchen. On the bump is Cole Kitchen for the Tailgaters. Wearing the cowboy hat, he will flame things through immediately. 3.2, 4:02 on the clock. Just giving up 3 earned runs a game. And if you like burritos, Mexican food, he will be bringing burritos to the tailgate, so make sure you go by Cold Kitchen. We'll see a lot of the Tailgaters pitchers tonight. They're known for their offense. They have put their defense in some trouble here over the last couple of weeks. We'll find out if they can quiet the Firefighters as they begin their headlining stop. Now let's go to the lineup for the boys in black and neon. Joe Lytle and Liam Spence leading it off with Logan Lacey backing up in the third hole. Joe Lytle has been used a couple different times in a couple different spots, but he's the DH tonight. Liam Spence and Logan Lacey have been very consistent, and Dalton Cornett had a home run in the Firefighters' first win of the season back in Grand Rapids, and Cornett telling me that he's confident he can do it again. Let's go to our Firefighter of the night.
Escorting Joe to the plate is our Firefighter of the night, Captain William Bullock. Captain Bullock has served for 23 years. Fans, please make some noise for the Firefighter of the night, Captain Bullock.
This is an incredible honor here for William Bullock. This is what we love to see as we go through our stops through the Commonwealth, is honoring the people that serve our communities and keep us safe throughout them. Throughout this three-stop tour, you'll see so many great moments like this, and to have this immediately is just tremendous. Joe Lytle will be leading us off here as the Firefighters try to claw back from a 1-0 hole, and Lytle immediately, that's bobbled at third base. It's a late throw, and he's safe as that one drags him off the mound. So Joe Lytle goes first pitch swinging, and you know what? His aggression is rewarded. Now we take it to Liam Spence, the Aussie and All-American from Tennessee, third-teamer in 2021. 50-game on-base streak to begin his senior year in Knoxville as the first pitch rings in there for a strike. Spence looks at that one. That's a 1-1 count. Fifth-round pick of the Chicago Cubs. Spence swings and misses on one inside, but he is the most consistent hitter for this Firefighter bunch. 346 so far this season. He swings on this one. That goes back to third base. They turn. Can they get the double play? There's one, and there's two. Travis Monroe, what a play at third base. Way to make up for the mistake. On the first one, it didn't go well on his first opportunity, but the second one, he turns a tremendous double play. And just like that, the Firefighters got to get something going quickly here as we go to Logan Lacey. That one lobbed up into the stands. That one got close, but the fans do not make the play. Lacey out of Florida State. 276 on the year, takes one inside, and that hit him. Well, hold on a minute. There you go.
Here's the Firefighter cleanup hitter.
This is a religious experience here in Virginia. And let me tell you, we got soul power here. We got soul power here in Virginia. Logan Lacey toughs that one out with the help of Dakota McFadden playing the role of Herman Boone there. And now an opportunity for Dalton Cornett. Hit a home run last week, 3-run bomb in Grand Rapids. And he tells me he has felt very good. He said that his numbers go down a little bit. His power goes down a little bit when he faces left-handed pitching. But luckily, Cold Kitchen is coming from the right side of things. Can Cornett make his confidence pay off here as that first one goes in for a strike? Cornett lops one up. Is that going to get foul, and can someone make it count for the Tailgaters? And it is caught! Taj Porter tracked that one all the way down, and the Firefighters will leave a runner stranded at first. 1-0. The Tailgaters take the first inning here on the Firefighters headlining tour. As look at Taj Porter here. Those quads coming in handy, backtracking and finding it in the Richmond sun. We now hand it down to the field. We find some younger Firefighters ready to take the stage.
At the top of the second for the Tailgaters, number 13, Marcos Castillo.
Well, the youthful tailgating, the youthful takeover here in Richmond. I've got my T's mixed up here. The youthful takeover is now complete, and Marcus Castillo will step up to the plate as Austin Temple tries to get back out there and keep a 0 up on the board. That one lobbed up. Can the fans get it? They do not. So far, 4 or 5 opportunities for the fans to give something here in the Commonwealth, and right now, just hasn't doing as Castillo can't hold himself back on the check swing, and just like that, it's 1-2, and Temple's ahead. Pulls it out, Castillo lining one into left field, and that is left of the fire pole. That's right, here in Firefighter Nation, we do not have foul poles, we have fire poles. Temple inside, trying to get Castillo to swing again, won't do it, and the count is 2-2. Temple has been used to pitching in just about any situation. That one's fouled off by Castillo. Pitched in overalls last year. Was a big-time pitcher in Notre Dame's run to the College World Series. Castillo, that's a barehanded one for Temple. Easy one for the hurler. Dakota McFadden gives him a point of approval as Austin Temple gets a little shimmy on there. Temple, look at this. Never use the glove. Not one time. Don't need it. Make use of the bare hand. Indiana Stanley, as you hear the beautiful sounds of Indiana Jones in the background, coming up to the plate. He had a rather fun little bit of pranking for our buddy down on the field. We might hear about that a little bit later on here in the broadcast, but Indiana Stanley coming to you from Georgia. Played for the Bananas in the CPL season, final CPL season of 2022. Helped them win the league. Now look at this. He's claiming he got hit. And I'm not sure anybody believes, oh, now they got him. Vincent Chapman easily convinced as Vincent Chapman. We didn't even have to see anybody get in anybody's face, and now all of a sudden Indiana Stanley is on first. And Travis Munoz, who was just the hero of the bottom half of the first inning with a tremendous double play, comes up to the plate. Temple will check over on Stanley at first. They call the man Moon a switch hitter with the White Sox organization for 5 years. He's a music producer, by the way. And this Tailgater bunch loves their music. The band playing them out onto the field today as he rips one into right field. Giving that one chase as Mason Maxwell will throw it in. Spence cuts it off, but not before Stanley gets all the way to third, and just like that, Firefighters in a pickle here as the Tailgaters got runners on the corners and just one away. Jonathan Sunshine Looters coming up here with an opportunity to give the Tailgaters a stranglehold on this one. Remember, this is a team that averages more than 7 runs a game. They put runners on base quick, fast, and in a hurry, and they put a lot of pressure on the opposite pitcher as Temple is down 2-0 here in the count. Looters not breaking out the unicycle here for this one either, but certainly think we'll see that a couple different times here as we make our stop in the capital city. 3-0. Finally, Temple just able to get that one to go back his way. Temple has made 3 starts on the season. He's 0-2. But he's had big opportunities as this one is lapped up. This could be a huge opportunity for the Firefighters to get something back, and Mason Maxwell just can't get to it. But the count is now worked back to full. 3-2. Temple would love a double play here to get out of this one. Sunshine Looters was also the first one to welcome me to Banana Land from the opposing Tailgaters. That one's in the dirt. It is a ball 4 sprint. That'll score a run. Looters will stop at first But Munoz gets all the way around to third, and again with a ball four sprint. If you haven't seen banana ball before, all 7 players behind the pitcher and catcher have got to touch the ball before they can finally get someone out and stop the runners. We get a little enfuego. Well, folks, hard work does not just pay off on the field. It pays off when you're dancing as well. Look at what these guys are doing here. This is in the hotel. Can't tell you what time it was because it was super late at night, but gentlemen were out there doing whatever they could to perfect the fuego dance, and they get to break it out in just the second inning as there's a swing and a miss for the Texas kid, Jordan Hussein, who pops up to the plate with an opportunity to make this a real doozy for the boys in the black and the neon. Liam Spence calls it his own. He'll turn around, fire back to first, and guess what? That is the unassisted double play. And now we get ready for the fire alarm here now. And folks, the fire alarm is something that we are so excited for. Here's what happens. We're going to tell you something that we believe is going to go down here in a game. And when it happens, folks, I need you at home, along with us here at the park, to go absolutely insane. If you feel the need to touch your screen and shake it because you're so excited, you go right ahead and do that. We are going to go as much as we can to make sure that this thing is exciting and passionate. Tonight, our fire alarm is this. If Joe Lytle hits his first home run of the season, you're going to hear the walls breaking down here in the diamond. You're going to see Joe Lytle himself losing his mind on the field. We want you to as well. Now, our Cowboy correspondent down on the field is Brett Loftus. And Brett, do I have something there with Joe Lytle hitting a home run here?
Here we go.
Yeah, Brett, let me tell you something. If there's anybody that wants to pull the fire alarm, I guarantee you it's Joe Lytle. I guarantee you it's Joe Lytle that wants to pull that fire alarm. And I tell you this much, he has been begging for an opportunity to get an opportunity to go through the fire and the flames. But we'll see if he can do that tonight. Again, our fire alarm. If Joe Lytle hits a home run, I want you at home to lose your mind, because I guarantee you the folks here in the diamond will. Joe Lytle, who knows, he might just break out a match and some gasoline, and after that, we got some issues here. So far, 1-0 as Dakota McFadden lofts this one up. That's going towards the Firefighters dugout. But Matt Danford comes over and makes the play. No intimidation here, as it's a quick one away for the Firefighters. Val Perez's group coming into this weekend with a lot of confidence, not only because they're finally the team that everybody is rooting for, but also because they got a win last week. First one this season. They felt like they had all the momentum, even if they lost a pair to the Party Animals. There's no shame in that, as Taj Porter is, well, I think that's a bit outside here, folks, don't you? Ron Franklin Jr., a little amused by that, but tell you what, Ron Franklin coming back off of an injury, he's got a lot of power. And the second that this man puts it together, he will put things into the stands or into the parking lots in a state or city near you. He did that in Anaheim. His lone hit on the season was a dead shot to center field, 2-run blast in Angel Park. And it was dead center. But he's in a 1-2 hole right now, and the Firefighters need any kind of momentum, already trailing 1-0 in the points column and down a run here in the inning. Franklin right up the middle, and that's the first base knock of the evening for the boys in the black. But a good one there for Ron Franklin Jr., who tabs his second hit on the year. I'll tell you what, he might be feeling good enough to give me a cut a little bit later tonight. He's a barber, and I do need a haircut here at some point. Now, Mason Maxwell. Pre-game, Logan Lacey said if anybody could be picked off this firefighter group to help him fight a zombie apocalypse, it would be Mason Maxwell, because he's big, he's strong, and the man will take chances. He used the word insane. I'm not going to use that for Mason Maxwell, but I will tell you, he's very powerful. We saw that in Anaheim as that one goes into the upper deck, and they say they caught it. Oh, but Vincent Chapman saying, no, you did not. It's a bobble. You got to catch it upright. You cannot catch it while you're trying to somehow keep it under control. No, 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 no. We don't cheat here in the land of the Firefighters. That one runs high. The count is 2-2. Mason Maxwell making his presence known in Banana Land in Anaheim on the first home run of the Firefighter season after he walked up singing "Make a Man Out of You" by Mulan. It changed lives, folks. It changed my life. It changed Mason Maxwell's life, and now he's trying to change the game as Franklin goes, and he didn't have to slide. He could have been going to third. It's a ball four sprint. Maxwell turns, and Franklin, even with the slide, will easily get over to third base, and that is a much-needed break here for the Firefighters, because now with runners on the corner in scoring position, it will bring up Stephen Cullen with an opportunity to tie this inning or potentially even get something going. And let me tell you something, folks. Stephen Cullen comes up to the plate. Yes, he's slumping a little bit to start this year off, but the man has 8 to 10 family members coming up here from Georgia, and he's feeling confident. Swings and misses on the first pitch. The man who played at Southeastern was a national champion in 2022. He has used a torpedo bat in the past, as he has a good eye on that one. Going outside, Cole Kitchen starting to run up the pitch count here for himself. That one just touching the outside part of the plate. Count is 1-2. Richmond can feel it. Firefighter Nation can feel it as Cullen lines one into the netting. Just about 25 minutes have passed here so far in Richmond, Virginia. The Tailgaters trying to get up 2-0 after a fiery start to this one. Cullen lets one go by him at the nose. And talk about him having family here. There's going to be a lot of players with families here. As Vincent Chapman says that one is a strike. Cullen doesn't like it, lets it be known, and I don't think that's going to stop the rhythm of the dancing umpire, nor is it going to stop Cole Kitchen from having some fun, as now the inning all relies on Peanuts, Caden Green. Can he come up with the big base knock here? Hitting in the 9-hole. Now, coming out of Auburn, one of the things they did in Tigerland is if you get a key knock, and that is going to score a run and tie the inning. Peanut comes up big. There are no peanut allergies here in Richmond, folks. We can all enjoy them tonight and for the next couple of hours here in Firefighter Country as Caden Green ties the inning up. And at least for now, the Firefighters are going to get out with at least a tie in the inning and not go down 2-0 in the first 2 innings. But now a huge opportunity for the Virginia boy. The lone guy here from the Commonwealth is South Trimble in the lineup tonight from Virginia Beach. But before we go to Norfolk, here in about a month or so, he would love to give the Firefighters and his home Commonwealth an opportunity to cheer, but he swings and misses. Got an opportunity to try to get down to first base. He will not do it. Taj Porter says thank you very much, and we will head to the second inning. We'll send it out of the second inning, tied at 1-1 in the runs, but it's a 1-0 Tailgaters lead. Let's send it down to the young professor.
A little contest for
drop it like it's hot coming up.
We've got Jim, Kay, Chad, and John. They are all the way out in deep center field. And when I say go, they're going to start a race to get to this finish line. But we're going to play the Beyonce drop sound effect. And every time we do, they're going to have to stop and drop. This is called Drop It Like It's Hot. All right, contestants, on your marks, get set, go. Here they go. Oh, drop. Oh, yeah, fellas, look at that, yeah. Now go. Oh, yeah, they've done that before. Go. Oh, the drop with the bare feet. Go, go, go. Oh, Cade in the lead. With the Matrix move, you better go. And go, go, go. With a come from behind victory, your winner is Jim for Drop It Like It's Hot.
That's right. If you wear tailgater colors in our house, the boys in red will come out there and we will find a way to come back and win. And maybe that's what the Firefighters needed here as they try to come back down 1-0 in the points column here in Richmond, Virginia. In the booth, Zach State and your Fireside Chatter. We'll be hearing from our Cowboy correspondent, Brett Loftus, down on the field here throughout the game as we go back to the top of the order for the Texas Tailgaters. Austin Temple coming out for a third inning of work. Zach Watson doubled, found a way to score in that first frame. Watson turns, sends this one into center field. Ron Franklin will catch up to it. No trickery needed there. Catches up to it and retires the first batter. Of course, Watson might be trying to get back to the dugout quickly. He's an LSU guy, trying to see his Tigers play in the College World Series here soon. Nick Lopez is the one now to come up to the plate. Mr. Leisure turns, sends to the right, and that's well foul of the right field fire pole. Right down the heart of the plate. Temple, you can see him maybe starting to find a little confidence here, especially after Watson retired so early in this one. But right back up the middle goes Lopez, and that is another base knock for the Texas Tailgaters. Lopez will stop at first as Franklin sends it home. And, well, now, folks, it's time to dance. The Texas Tailgaters love themselves a little boot scootin' boogie. I mean, look at the quads go, folks. Look at the quads go. Fleet of feet. Can backflip with it, no problem. Well, I got to tell you, even though he's a visitor in our household tonight, you got to hand it to Tosh Porter. Comes up to the plate now. He's hoping for a little bit more success than he had in the first one. Maybe a boot scootin' boogie will do it. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first frame, and that's not what he exactly wanted there. A switch hitter, though, sends this one into the second deck behind us. Can't see it. And from the sounds of it, yep, that got into the advertisement here at the Diamond. You can see this place, by the way, traveling by I-95, and it is a wonderful sight in the skyline of the Commonwealth's capital as Porter again sends this one. Can we get a fan ball foul out? No, we cannot. Fan caught foul out. The Tailgaters will live to tell the tale, but Porter swings and fouls it back. 0-2 the count. Porter was not a natural switch hitter. His godfather, one of the most accomplished baseball players in history, Eddie Murray, was the one that taught him how to do it. Of course, Murray, an 8-time All-Star, former World Series champion, he taught him how to switch it. Now look where it's leading. Porter hitting .429, and he's going to send a little dribbler into left field, and that's a sliding play and catch there for South Trumbull. He's got a little magic hat on, maybe put a little magic there. The Virginia Beach native comes up with a big one, and just like that, Tailgaters are 2 outs as there's a slide there for South Trumbull. I was told by a fan today that he was their favorite player. Asked why, was told he looked like Benson Boone. South did not hate that comparison when I told him that. We move on. Brett Carson swings. Liam Spence. Oh, he tries to go around the back. Is it going to hurt him? Yes, it is. He's safe at first. Brett Carson saying, don't you try that stuff with me. And now another dangerous place here for the Firefighters is for the 3rd straight inning. There are runners on the corners. And a big opportunity here for Mac Danford. He is a dangerous, dangerous hitter. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs so far this year to lead the Tailgaters as Cornett gets out of this one. He loves to fish, especially deep sea fishing. Get out into some international waters for that, and if he likes fishing, well, we can hook him up with some good stuff when we go to the 757 here next month. But right now, he needs to fish for another run for the Tailgaters, and he's at a 3-1 count. Seen a ball 4 sprint run in here for the Texas Tailgaters. And the boys in blue bring another one. Not right now. Danford lets it go by him. And the count is full. 3-2, 2 away. Into the upper deck. Not caught. Man, the fans have had opportunity after opportunity here for the Firefighters and just quite can't come up with it. But that's why you keep showing up. Asked a couple fans, do they have a strategy ready? This is the spotlight on them. Lofted up. Maxwell calls it off, and Maxwell calls the inning done. And just like that, they get out of a little more damage, leave runners on the corners, and the Firefighters have an opportunity to get a point in the bottom of the third. Let's go down to Tori Bryety.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and support communities, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Dunn family. Right here in Virginia, there are over 5,000 children and teens in foster care. Sam and Tyler wanted to make a difference. They became a licensed foster family 3 years ago. In that time, they welcomed 10 children and teens into their home. And after spending 3 years in foster care, they adopted their son into their family forever. Fans, please join us in celebrating this amazing family for making a difference right here in your community.
What a wonderful celebration this is of the Dunn family. A tremendous organization that the Bananas Foster continues to display here. It warms your heart, folks. It really does. The Bananas Foster continues to do so much good for families like the Dunns all the way throughout the country. And you know who took it seriously was Dustin Babers of the Party Animals. Held a 24-hour stream to raise as much money as possible for Bananas Foster. A lot of his teammates joining, a lot of Banana Ball players joining, and folks, it was a massive success. 2.2 million likes across social media and $23,000 raised by this stream. And they had a ton of fun. Stayed up for 24 hours, had a ton of fun with each other, had a ton of fun raising money. And it's things like this that continue to help with the Bananas Foster. Again, can't tell you how good it is to be a part of an organization that continues to support families like the Dunns here in Virginia. We got a new pitcher on the mound for the first time here for the Texas Tailgaters. It is Joe Sperone, who will step on to the rubber. Pennsylvania native out of Westchester University. Comes up 5 minutes, 33 seconds is what he averages in minutes per inning. Has given up 9 hits. Let's see if O'Roan can quiet up the Firefighters, who got an opportunity to put a point on the board last inning. Didn't do it, but they get a great chance here to go back for it. Joe Lytle is up. Now, again, I want to remind you, our fire alarm here tonight is if Lytle can put one into the seats, we're going to go nuts everywhere in Firefighter Nation. I mean nuts everywhere. The fire alarm is going to be something we're watching very closely here, folks. Joe Lytle, opportunity for his first home run here in 2025. We're rooting for it so bad, he lofts that one up, and for a second, got a little ahead of myself as this one goes into foul territory. No! No! I mean, it's good for the fan, but no for us. No for the Firefighters. Joe Lytle can't believe it. We're the headliners, for goodness sakes. I mean, he was leaning over a railing. Dude, that was incredible. But also think of the Firefighters. They need runs. They need points. Well, we'll have to rely on the one to from down under. Liam Spence comes up in the 2-hole. Lets a couple go outside, one for a ball, one for a strike as Joe Sperone off to a nice start here. The fire alarm will have to wait. At some point during this fire alarm, folks, we're going to have confetti cannons up here. We're going to have cryo up here as Spence takes this one for a ride upstairs. But lofted up Castillo. A little bit of miscommunication, but Castillo says, I got you anyway. No harm, no foul. And Brett Carson can breathe a sigh of relief as he batted that one up to Marcus Castillo. Look at that. Close proximity, but hey, you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work. And we can do this together, says Marcos Castillo. So now, quick 2 outs here for the Firefighters. Logan Lacey up to the plate, takes one outside. The count is 1-1. Well, that was a tight one. But Lacey, you know what? Throws the bat. Not thrilled with it, but he's going to get an opportunity. And by the way, that is the second time he has been on first base via the hit by pitch. First time around, we got a little remember the Titans. I don't think a speech there is going to make him feel real good, but you know what? He's on base again, and now that gives an opportunity for Cornett to step up from the left side of the plate and take on the righty Cole Kitchen. Dalton Cornett out of Pippa Pass, Kentucky. Had the homer and the win over the Party Animals, and trying to do it again with a runner on first. The exact same situation he faced here in a first. Lacey staying back at first. Count is 2-1. Cornett. Oh, it's a high one. Not going to get out of the infield. Oh, and it dropped. There was miscommunication between Munoz and Hussein. And oh no, that one drops in, but good for the Firefighters.
The official bat dog of your Firefighters, Chief.
A good boy. It's Chief. Oh no, he got a little stage fright. He needs the bat. Oh, he's not going away empty-handed here, folks. He's leaving here with something. No, he's not. Yes, he is. There you go, Chief. No. Hold on a minute. Get it back. There you go, buddy. Bring it home. Bring it home. That is a perseverant good boy. Chief takes his work very seriously, folks. Brett Loftus was barking at him a little earlier today. And Chief decided, hey, it's now time to just bark right back at Brett Loftus. Every time our Cowboy correspondent goes near Chief, he's got to have a little bit of his guard up because Chief don't like him no more. That's what happens when you mock the Chief. And he got that bat. That's a good boy right there. Now Dakota McFadden with 2 on. This is a dangerous spot here. 3-0 count. Can he get a ball for a sprint? Yes, he can. And that might be the inning-winning run. It sure is. And Logan Lacey's going to backflip onto home plate. And now, folks, we have a big old surprise for you.
Please welcome the Firefighters mascot.
Hypo.
His name is
Crown that man. The Beaver is crowned, and the game is tied. And now, I told you Indiana Stanley had some fun with Brett Loftus.
And the
Let's see what that was all about,
Firefighters
folks.
win the inning.
Let's take it down now to what Indy Stanley did with a little fun with Brett Loftus.
I'm Brett Loftus, the voice of the Texas Tailgaters.
Who are you?
I'm Brett Loftus, voice of the Texas Tailgaters. I'm Brett Loftus, voice of the Texas Tailgaters.
I'm Brett Loftus, voice of the Texas Tailgaters.
I'm Brett Loftus, voice of the Texas Tailgaters. I'm Brett Loftus, the Corpus Christi Cowboy. I'm Brett Loftus, voice of the Texas Tailgaters. I'm Brett Loftus, the voice of the Texas Tailgaters.
Oh, hey, look at me. I'm Brett Loftus. I got a cowboy belt, but I carry my cowboy hat. What do you think, boy? Sound like you, boy?
I don't think that was very good at all. I don't really like that. You know, here in Banana Land, and the guys like to talk like me, and honestly, why wouldn't they? I mean, you hear this southern drawl, you hear that sweet as honey voice. I mean, why wouldn't you like to talk about me? I got the B on the belt, I got the pearl snap on, I got the watch on. I'm Brett Loftus, the voice of the Texas Tailgaters, Zach. Come on now, why wouldn't you want to sound like me, Zach?
That's right, you are a cowboy correspondent, but I got to tell you, which one you think had the best impression of you, boy?
I don't know what you said. At this point, it just is all coming together.
Just talking just like you.
I don't think it sounds like me at all, actually.
Well, you got
not even a little bit.
Who had the best impression of you?
Not you, that's for sure. I would probably say Joe Sperone. In fact, Joe Sperone really good.
Well, Joe Sperone got the best impression of you. Might not have had the most successful inning there, but tell you what, he'll get a win tonight from the Cowboy correspondent. Brett Loftus has got Neil Lang on the plate. I got to slap myself real quick to get out of this the southern accent. All right. Woo. Brett, I do not know how you do that all the time, buddy. Let me tell you, that is a tremendous accent. Neil Lang is here, folks. Neil Lang is pitching 4 minutes per inning, 5.1 innings pitched this year. Not giving a ton of ball, 4 sprints up. Struck out a bunch here. He's Big Cat. Now can a Big Cat get the Firefighters into the bottom of the 4th with an opportunity to go up 2-1, tying it up in the bottom of the 3rd. And folks, they really didn't tie it up with very much work from the plate at all. It was a pop-up from Dalton Cornett that ultimately moved over a Logan Lacey runner who was hit by a pitch for the 2nd time this game. He got to first off that, moves to second off a pop-up that Jordan Hussein and Travis Munoz did not make a ton of great communication with, as that one goes into the cheap seats. And, well, Red Shirt, we appreciate your effort there as a one-handed stab. Problem is you didn't stab it out of the air. That's all right. So far, the only fan ball flyout or foul ball fan caught ball so far has been against the Firefighters. Very disappointing. Castillo. Well, he sent that one into the party deck, but ultimately that'll get down on the ground. With the Firefighters scoring without really getting a hit. There's an error between short and third, and then ball 4 sprint from Dakota McFadden. That was all she wrote as Castillo sends a little dribbler. Come on! Oh, it's a big one. That was a lobber there. We got to show off the hops here in Richmond. Some great basketball prospects that have come out of this city. Got to show them. As Castillo continues to rally off here. We're 45 minutes into this one here in Richmond, folks. Oh, and he plunked him. It was an 0-2 count, and Castillo already selling it here a little bit, folks. I mean, come on. What do you got? Okay, well, look at this. Look at Johnny Hummel. The strength. The service. Going across enemy lines to save Marcus Castillo. The form. I mean, he deadlifted him with just pristine technique. Johnny Hummel, a closer. And now he might be the best deadlifter in all of Banana Land. I mean, that was lightning quick, too. I mean, he picked him up from the ground and got down to first base in probably less than 15 seconds. They don't call him the Lightning from Lexington for nothing. I think I'm the only one that calls him that, but we move. Well, Vincent Chapman getting a groove on. Looks like my father-in-law at my wedding, throwing the mask up. Oh, boy. And Indiana Stanley having himself a time, too. Richmond, Virginia sure appreciates Vincent, the dancing umpire. What they don't appreciate right now, though, is the fact that the Tailgaters got one on with no out. And Indiana Stanley's got a chance to come on up to the plate. He was also hit by a pitch in the last frame. Can Neil Lang get him out of here? He will start with a check on over on Castillo. Oh, there's a chance for 2. In between the legs. Lacey, the quick turn. In between the legs again. Can't turn the double play. But that is at least one trick play in the book for Logan Lacey. In between the legs, Liam Spence trying to do a little repetition there. And though imitation, the sincerest form of flattery, can't turn the double play. But it does get the lead runner out. Travis Munoz will come up to the plate. Munoz turned a great double play to get the Firefighters out of an opportunity in the first inning. Now comes up trying to move. Oh, Indy Stanley. Here's a steal attempt, and he's out! Dalton Cornett, the flamethrower from behind the plate. Don't you even think about it next time you get on the base pads. Dalton Cornett says, not today, folks. Cornett here. And a great tag, too, by Liam Spence. Throw was just a little wide, but Munoz flips it back as he knows a magic man out in left field is going to go behind the back. South Tremble caught it a little south, and he ends the top half of the fourth inning with a tremendous behind the back catch. And it's time, after we see the replay, what a hat and what a catch at his belt buckle. Let's go down to dance and sing a little, folks.
So we need everyone on your feet. All 9,000 strong on your feet. So we're gonna do the biggest hey baby that Richmond has ever seen. So I need everyone to get your hands up in the air. And let's get clapping, here we go. Now follow along, here we go. Keep it going, hands up. Now keep it clapping as we shovel. Oh, you guys are looking good. Now let me hear you sing it. Hey, baby. One more time, Richmond. You guys are ready to give yourselves a round of applause.
No matter how far we go away from tradition here, folks, we always love a little hey baby here in Banana Land. But you know what else we love? We love Ron Franklin Jr. here in Firefighter Country. And right now, you're about to see exactly why we love Ron Franklin Jr. It ain't just because he put one into center field here in a couple innings earlier. Well, you know we came here to run it, folks. Ron Franklin Jr. giving every firefighter a little rhythm here, thanks to the tune of Pink's Just Like Fire. But I don't think the Texas Tailgaters appreciate being outdone here. And, well, I think Joe Sparone's got a little something for us. From the saddle. Oh, that's mighty impressive. Hobby horse hurdling. He threw a ball, though. Was it really for much? You're darn right it was. Hobby horse hurdling into a pitch. That's some good stuff there from Joe Sperone. But you know he doesn't like the good stuff that happened in the last inning. Not good stuff for the Tailgaters, but good stuff for the Firefighters. As Matt Wolf is over on the first base side as Franklin, oh my goodness, the second fan to catch a foul ball against the Firefighters, and it's a dude with a backwards hat. So he's got my look, but he doesn't got my team's back. It was still a great catch. Ron Franklin now becomes the second player to have to hit the dirt because of a fan deciding to interfere. I mean, goodness gracious, folks. They're the host team. Let them have something. Now, I was going to say Matt Wolf looked like he was dropping an elbow on a mannequin on the first base sideline, but he has since learned his ways as Mason Maxwell is out. Sunshine Looters. Well, he made the catch, and then, okay, well, look at this. What do we got here? Noah Bridges trying to put things back together, it appears, and then just, you know what, it ain't worth it. That mannequin was getting elbows dropped on it, getting super kicks. I'm pretty sure at this point, all we need is a moonsault from the second rope, and we've got an opportunity, but that mannequin is now coaching first base. Matt Wolf is doing an incredible job keeping him composed as another one goes into the third deck. Oh my goodness. The second fan caught foul ball in the frame, and the Firefighters are retired. Stephen Cullen is perplexed. Incredible. Let's lead a horse to water, folks.
Our next promo. Down on the field, we have a bucket of water right there by home plate. On either side of me, you'll see two of the finest studs here in Richmond. We're going to get these horses spun around and blindfolded. Then it's going to be up to 5-year-old Cooper and 3-year-old Hattie to lead their dads to the water. Here's the kicker. The first dad there is safe. The second dad there is getting doused in the water. That's right, we're doing that. Gentlemen, start spinning. Now, Richmond, now's probably a great time to tell you that Cooper and Hattie have never ridden a horse before at all. So we have no idea how this is going to go. I think they're going to be dizzy enough in 3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, get down. Cooper, Hattie, saddle up. Start leading that horse. Cooper's out to an early lead, telling his dad where to go. Hattie, that's not the right direction. Oh no, that's the Firefighters dugout. Oh no, that's the dugout. Guys, no one's even close. How do we feel? Do we think he's gonna get there? Cooper, Richmond, who's it gonna be? They're not even close, oh no. You gotta get there. Ladies and gentlemen, we led this horse to water. Jared, I got bad news. Richmond, count me down. 3, 2, 1.
Well, the things you do for your kids, right? But when they lead you astray, you're the one that has to pay the price. That dude got sprayed with water, but hey, the man in the red cap, he gets to keep a dry shirt for the rest of the evening. Neil Lang is back out. Well, hold on a second. Neil Lang's back out here, but this is Sunshine Looters, and that, folks, is a unicycle. That's right. I told you he'd get on a wheel here at some point during this game, and he'd find a way to try to swing the bat. Sunshine Looters, the unicycling batter, gets a low one. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about the strike zone here by Vincent Chapman. That one right back up the middle. Neil Lang. Oh, was that 2 tricks? It might be 2 tricks. We know it's 1 out as Looters. The unicycle was nice. The hit was not. And Neil Lang has one away. Take a look at the replay. Neil Lang, just composed. We think he is. Now, look at that. Coach Bartman is grilling out at first base. We had a mannequin coaching first base in the 4th frame, and now in the 5th, we got someone grilling burgers and dogs. Dakota McFadden, between the legs. He says goodbye. He wants to end the cookout early. Look at this. He's got He got the 6-shooter tied around his waist, the spatula, the sword in his back pocket, the tongs in hand. I mean, let's see what he's got growing out there. Oh, he's a man of secrecy. Wants to block it out like a coach, wants to block his play sheet on ESPN. It's a good job there from Coach Bartman. What kind of grills he got out there? That's an expert grill. That's a good one right there. We are 1-1 here. We know one thing. It's hot on first base. That little tapper from Zach Watson goes to the dugout. Watson doubling in his first at bat of the game, excuse me. Out in left field. He's a trickster as well, so you can see the athleticism paying off there. That one's into the cheap seats. Can we get one? Oh, no. So far, there have been 3 foul balls caught by fans for outs here. There have been 3. The record is 5. As Watson bats this one towards Ron Franklin center field, pops it up to himself. Ron Franklin says, I'll just do the job myself here, South Trumbull. No need for you to do anything here. Franklin retires aside. There have been 3 foul balls caught by fans. The record's 5. We got an opportunity here to set a record. But Ron Franklin, I got you, my man. Retires aside. And it's time to hear from our fire line. From the drum line, the fire line, to a professional violinist, Jimmy Strings will strum his way onto the mound. 4 minutes, 21 seconds is what he usually spends on the mound in 3 innings pitched so far this year. You can hear him playing with the Tailgaters band as we start games out. He's also a pianist. Worked for A&E as a live format producer, an Emmy Award-winning producer. Now, can he be an award-winning pitcher here and get the Texas Tailgaters into the 6th inning at a 1-1 game? So far, this has been incredibly close between these two squads as Caden Green, Peanut, comes up to bat. He got on base via the hit in his first appearance. Let's see if the former Auburn Tiger can do the trick here. Now, when he was at Auburn, anytime you come up with a clutch play or a key hit, his last year is that one is foul and will remain foul. If you got a clutch hit or a big play, they put a fire helmet on you. So, seems very appropriate that now he is a firefighter, but, well, this one's not going to earn the helmet. Oh, that's a double pop-up there. Double pop-up, and Sunshine Looter says, you know what, the unicycle didn't work for me, but the fielding sure will. Double pop-up as Looters. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. And Chief's back. Chief, the first try this time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you're not Chief. Yes, sir. Very good dog out there. All right, the Magic Man, South Trumbull, up to plate here. Had a behind-the-back catch a few innings ago. Now can he get on the bags? He is a graduate of Cox High School in Virginia Beach. Just had to watch his alma mater get beat in a state championship game, 2-1 in the 9th frame here in Richmond. Maybe trying to make it a little bit better for a former Falcon here. Trying to lean into that one a little bit, but the count is at 3-1. He might get the opportunity to earn a ball 4 steal, or a ball 4 sprint, excuse me, which he hasn't until right now. Ball 4 sprint. Can he turn the corner? Val Perez says to give it an old try, but puts the brakes on. So South Trumbull is onto the bags. And right now, if you look at it, The last 4 runners to reach the bases for the Firefighters have come via hit by pitch, miscommunicated fly ball that ended up as an error, and a ball 4 sprint, and another ball 4 sprint. So this is a huge opportunity as Joe Lytle lets that mullet shake out. Vincent Chapman lets the imaginary mullet shake out, and the fire alarm is being looked at here. Lytle goes inside. Again, our fire alarm. Joe Lytle hits his first home run of the season. He does that, folks. The walls of the diamond are going to be crumbling from the level of excitement that happens here. Can you feel it? If you can, I want you to grab your screens at home. I want you to shake it. The good news is for Lytle as he plays to Metallica here, it's a 3-0 count. Lets one go, didn't even try. 3-1 count, has an opportunity, ball 4 sprint. The bad news is our home run might not happen right here. Lytle swings though. Little blooper into left field, Zach Watson. Oh, he breaks out the backflip. Loses the cap, but Lytle loses the opportunity. Zach Watson saying, how do you do? Liam Spence up to the dish. First, though, we'll check on the runner, Trimble, over on Bags. Spence lets one go by him for a strike. Liam Spence coming to Banana Ball this year for the first time and making the adjustment rather nicely. The Aussie out of Tennessee, batting .346 coming into this one. Oh my goodness, the 4th potential fan-caught foul ball goes off that man's hands. He will go home tonight and wonder what could have been. Outside, Trimble running. Trimble is out. Did his foot come off the bag? Yes, it did. South Trimble buries his hand in the dirt, takes a little nap, and we move on to the 6th. We're tied at 1-1 here, and it's time for a little water balloon derby.
Water balloon derby. It's going to be the first base side versus the third base side. A little rematch from our sing-off. I've got Owen over here on the first base dugout. Garrett, who do you got over there?
Over here on the third base dugout, I got my buddy Caden, and we're looking for revenge over here on the third base side.
Yeah, you better look hard because you ain't getting it. All right, when we say go, we're going to start throwing these water balloons. I got Christian Dearman throwing. We're going to win it all. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Bang. Oh, yeah. Owen is cranking here. Splash Zone Central. Oh, yeah, we are cruising.
We're getting hot over here. Here we go.
We are dealing. Come on, Owen. Choke up on that bat. Three, 2, 1, stop. All right, stop the throw, stop the throw. All right, Garrett, I'm going to let you tell us your number first. How many you got over there?
Caden hit 16 water balloons, Professor.
Oh, man. We only hit 22. We win on this side. Give it up for Owen.
Well, from the water balloons, we now go to our resident fire marshal here in firefighter country. As old Marshall Schill played at Lindenwood College. He's a veteran of a ton of different leagues. PACA, Frontier, Pioneer, Australian leagues. Probably met Liam Spence down there in the Outback. Second year, though. Second year with the Firefighters, and he dyed his mustache and a little Fu Manchu, or a little soul patch, I guess, red, but that red is not helping him here as Nick Lopez is onto the bases. Mason Maxwell will keep it just a single. But the Tailgaters have one aboard, and now the quad father, Taj Porter, will get his opportunity. Schill, you see, he has got a fluorescent red mustache. Beautiful thing about Taj Porter, his character, is he's already earned a Banana Ball Humanitarian Award
because of the volunteer work he's done across the country. 30+ hours across the cities that we've been to throughout our tour over the last year. So Taj Porter not only pouring his heart and soul at the dish or behind it, but also into every community that we go to, and he rips one by Dakota McFadden back to Mason Maxwell in right field, and two are aboard for the Tailgaters. Nobody away here either. This is a big one, Porter. Great attempt there by Dakota McFadden, but D-Mac couldn't get to it quite in time. And 2 on, a dangerous chance here. And we've seen throughout this game, the Tailgaters have had multiple innings with 2 runners on at least, and multiple innings where the runners were at the corners. That is not what Brett Carson wanted to do, swinging and missing on the first pitch. Be Everywhere's got a single, got an RBI here. And that is a strike. They say he could not hold that one up in time. Oh, 0-2. Can Schill getting out? Yes, he can. Schill doing a little dance as he fans the flames at the plate. Boy, he needed that one with 2 on. Schill is outside. One might as well have been in Charlottesville, but Brett Carson saying, I got to take a hack at it. Now, TJ Justice is coming up to bat, and he fouls his first one off. Coming into the place of Mac Danford. Justice in his 2nd year of banana ball, native of Thousand Oaks, California. He can pitch in a pinch. Played for the Bananas in their CPL final season, which they won the league in. Was a member of the Visitors last year, now gets to put a name across his chest, but he's in the count 1-1 with 2 on. Huge opportunity here for the Tailgaters, and he's going to deliver this one to right field. Bat flips, and Maxwell almost had the diving catch, but it comes out of his glove. He'll throw. 1 run will score. He'll hold it there, but Maxwell almost had a tremendous play, and either way, TJ Justice delivers an RBI double as Mason Maxwell's glove just couldn't quite do the trick. Well, there's a reason to celebrate and have a fancy little walk up there, even if you do get a little dirt on the boots there from Marcos Castillo. As Texas Tailgaters now take a 1-0 lead here, the top half of the 6th frame. McFadden, that is foul. That's an emphatic foul call. First base umpire, McFadden let that one go. And it turns out to be rewarded. Swing and a miss for Marcos Castillo, and the count is 0-2. Now we have 48 minutes left in this one. Don't think the clock will come into play too much here, but got to remember, no other inning can start after that clock hits its 2nd hour. Well, Jim Strings, man, keep your head on a swivel. Chills shakes it off. Comes to set as Castillo's got one runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Cornett saves that one from going to the backstop. Would have been a real enticing one to try to run on here, but the Tailgaters will hold firm at 2nd and 3rd with a run on the board here. Firefighters so far leading the trick play count, and Castillo swings and misses.
So Schill with a big strikeout there. Now can get out of the frame with just one run of damage done here. And Schill, again, that's an outside pitch. Got him chasing. Indiana Stanley, swing and a miss. They call him Indy, but Indiana was named after the Harrison Ford character. Was a member of the Visitors last year. Lofts this one into the stands. Huge opportunity. Can they get Schill out? Yes, they can! And it was a tailgater guy that got the Tailgaters out of the inning. That's the 4th fan-caught foul ball. Friendly fire. But what a tremendous play here. Dude in the cowboy hat and the Texas Tailgaters shirt may have immediately knew what he did, but you know what? That's all right. As we salute the fans and the service members here in the crowd, we want to salute another member of this community here in Richmond. Earl Dyer, Battalion Chief of Richmond Fire Department, 40 years served. He passed away giving his life for the community in an ultimate sacrifice. Earl Dyer Jr. of the Richmond Fire Department. Again, we know we have one firefighter tonight, but we want to continue as we go through these stops here in the Commonwealth of Virginia and throughout the country to honor the people who have sacrificed for your communities, for your cities, just like Chief Dyer did as well. A tremendous way to honor the people that help us stay safe and keep us feeling confident in our communities. A salute to Earl Dyer Jr. and his family, giving his life away for the ultimate sacrifice, 40 years of service, the former battalion chief here in Richmond's Fire Department. Now, I'd like to turn you here. The guy who caught the foul ball has been welcomed into the arms of the firefighters. They put the gigantic red fire hat on him. And you know what? It just shows that you can go across enemy lines here and have yourself a little fun. Another pitching change here. We go from old Jimmy Strings to old Slim Jimmy. Jimmy Lewis III, first year in banana ball. You see the Slim Jim logo, and he gets one right by Liam Spence on a 1-1 count. Spence puts this one down the right field line. It'll go to the right and foul of the fire pole. I got to make sure. By the way, 4 fan-caught foul balls. We are 1 away from tying a record. Richmond, Virginia, already making a little history here as the first crowd to be here for a firefighter headliner night. Now they might be able to put themselves in the history books through their actions. Tremendous opportunity here for the Commonwealth's capital. Slim Jimmy does a little shimmy and throws a little too inside for Spence, and the count is full. And that one is a ball 4 sprint, and now Spence can turn that corner. Is he going to try it for second? No, he is not, but that is 1 runner on in a big time frame here for the firefighters, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom half of the 6th to get one on with nobody out. Huge opportunity now for Logan Lacey. Let me tell you something, going to the plate for him tonight has been about as dangerous as it can get. 2 at-bat appearances, he's been hit twice. And he gives one up to the fans, and no way. That's the record tire. 5 fan-caught foul balls. He takes a bow. It's like adding insult to injury. There's the umpire that called it, first base umpire. I want to take a peek at this one. Let's see. He seems to think he got it no problem. We play away. He took a bow in front of Logan Lacey. He rubbed the dirt in it. Cornett! No, it's just a little too high up. I got way too excited there. He told me he thought he was going to hit a home run today. Instead, that's just a fly out there to Brett Carson. But hey, he said he's been hitting the ball quite well. I thought when one got into the skies here of Richmond, Virginia, that one might carry. It did not. But now Dakota McFadden on just a couple of pitches. Now going to 2 outs and 1 on. Spence over at first, Slim Jimmy Lewis III. trying to get something going here. McFadden, boy, the fans started gasping. They had a chance to set the record. 1-1. McFadden lets it go. 2-1. Go to McFadden. 0 for 1. He popped out in the first. He is a veteran of banana ball. Coach's travel ball team, in fact, talked to one of his players out in the merchandise stands. He rips one into right field. That's going to get to the track. Can Liam Spitz get home? Rounding third. McFadden will stop, and the inning is tied. D-back. Show that shimmy. The wily veteran of the Firefighters puts one over the head of Brett Carson, and just like that, the boys in the black and neon have got themselves a tie game, or excuse me, a tie inning. Now, Noah Bridge is coming in, designated runner for McFadden, as Ron Franklin faces a 1-1 count. Franklin, again, with a dead center home run in Angel Park out in Anaheim, has an opportunity to give the Firefighters a 2-1 lead here in the game as we go to the 7th, but that one called in. It's 1-2. Franklin swings and misses, and all the Firefighters can do is tie it up. But it is a big one here for the Firefighters. There, able to get this one tied up at 1. It stays tied at 1. Slim Jimmy knows he got out of some trouble there. Can anybody beat our mascot in dancing? Let's find out with the young professor.
Just how many moves he's got, because I've got 7-year-old Josie here, and she thinks that she is a better dancer than Bo, and we're gonna find out live here tonight in Richmond. All right, Bo, you're the new kid on the block. You're gonna show us your moves first. Let's see what you got. Here we go. Okay, Bo. Yeah. Oh. Nice. All right, Bo. All right, Josie, let's see what you got. First move, all right. Okay. Oh, slide out. Yeah. Get it, girl. Pretty good. All right, that's Josie. All right, Bo, round 2. Go ahead, Bo. Oh, he takes the hat off. Pretty good. A little Latin dancing there. All right, Josie, round 2. Here it is. Okay, Josie. Oh, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Oh, my gosh. All right. All right, one more round. One more round. Last one, best one. Come on, Bo. Oh, Bo rolls it out. Oh. Oh, wow. That's going to be tough to beat. All right, Josie, last one. Best one, Josie. What are we doing? Oh, wait. Oh, here comes the hair. Oh, my God. Fans, we got to vote. Do you think the winner is Bo, or do you think the winner is Josie? Sorry, Bo. Give it up for Josie, everybody.
I mean, man, even Bo has to admit Josie was a better one on that one. Pink Pony Club hit, and she had the blood running through her veins like never before. That was tremendous. Congratulations to Josie, and congratulations to us for getting to hear Pink Pony Club one more time here in Richmond, Virginia. It is a 1-1 game here. Firefighters and Texas Tailgaters just going back and forth, back and forth. Marshall Schill still on a bump. Travis Munoz, Moon, into the deck, and that one went down. Now look, the next fan to catch a foul ball is going to set history. Could be the 6th fan caught foul ball. We had 5 just last week in Cincinnati. We had 5, and already 1 week removed. We could reset this thing in Richmond. Munoz checked it, and it still didn't work out. Vincent Chapman, do a little dance, call a little strike, and get down tonight. Marshall Schill, 3rd strikeout of the game. And Munoz knew it. Schill having some fun. Off it into right field. Mason Maxwell trying to give it chase, but that will land for a base knock. And that will put the Texas Tailgaters in on the base pads. That was Jason Arndt coming up. He was one of those guys you saw practicing the dance in the hotel last night. Apparently was practicing swing too, because that was a beautiful piece of hitting. And that one's going to get knocked through as well. Jordan Hussein lets that one go into right field in between first and second. And now 2 runners aboard again in the inning. All of a sudden, this is dangerous territory here as Trey Jones steps up to the plate. Jones coming in now. Believed to pinch hit for Zach Watson, who we saw pull off the backflip catch. Jones will swing, puts this one into the stands, and that will land foul. All of a sudden, now the pressure's coming up here for the great fans here in Richmond, Virginia. Houston, Texas native. He is a professional guitarist in the Tailgaters band. Boy, they were slapping away here a little earlier. Coming out of the Houston Cougars baseball program, hit 271 for Jacks last year as he lines one back into the backstop. He's recovering from a hand injury right now, but judging by the way he played guitar and now coming up to bat, I think that hand's feeling mighty fine. And he's got 2 runners on, an opportunity to do something big here. Bottom 7, or top of the 7, excuse me. Fouls that one off again. 35 minutes to go in this one. Again, we don't think the clock might play a ton into this one, but we are starting to get into the part of the game where maybe it does start to flash a little bit. Schill delivers, trying to get one to swing away at the outside like he's done on a couple of these strikeouts here, but Trey Jones says no, the count is full, and this is a big full count here for Schill. There's one in. Jones into the stands. This is a great opportunity. It's the record! History in Richmond! 6th fan to catch a foul ball. He's in a Cal Ripken jersey just for good measure. A record set in Richmond. The Commonwealth, home of presidents, home of athletes, home of celebrities, gets another fun fact added to the resume. 6 fans have caught foul balls. The spotlight not too big. Lopez turns on this one. Foul on the first base line, but I tell you what, that guy in the Cal Ripken jersey, his friends are going to talk to him. His family's going to remember that for a long time. Who knows if he knew before? Who knew if he knew before that was going to be a record, but now he will go down in banana ball history. This is an incredible moment here for Richmond. Tell you what, if there's any selling point for why we need to bring banana ball back to the city of the capital, it would be because these fans ain't shying away from the pressure. And by the way, most of these fans have not brought gloves. I believe every single fan caught foul ball so far has been with a bare hand. No hats, no gloves, not trying to do the old jersey tuck. Spence can't get it. The diving attempt, a great piece of hitting for Lopez. Mason Maxwell's throw is just a little too wide. Throw back to second. South Trimble, no. Sorry, that was Caden Green, and Green goes back to first, and the Tailgaters got a little too aggressive on the plate, and Dalton Cornett will tag him out. That will end the frame. Jordan Hussein with a hard slide. Oh, it's nice for friends to hug that thing out. But the Tailgaters will get a run on the board. It's 1-0 as we go down to our Cowboy correspondent, Brett Loftus.
I'm down here with Trey Jones. Trey, first we got to ask you about last weekend. Not 1, but 2 inning-winning catches behind the back, including one in a serious situation. What were you thinking, man?
Honestly,
I knew the situation, but when that ball went up in the air, it looked like all the hundreds of balls that we did in practice. So I'm like, you know what? Let me have some fun and go and rip it. You rip that, and then what you rip pregame sometimes is the weigh-in. And I got to ask you, man, is that baby oil really yours? Oh, that's mine. They didn't have none for me for the second game. I went to CVS down the street right before the game, got it for myself, and landed it on right before the game started. And then we'd be well remiss if we didn't ask you about being a part of history. You just fouled out to the 6th fan tonight. How's it feel to be a part of history, my friend? It may not be the best way to go down in history, but you know what? As long as I'm reading the history books of banana ball, I'm happy with that. Well, Trey, I think it's time for you to go play left field. All right, back up to you, Zach. And remember, Gator up.
Brett, thank you very much. Out Belt Beckel looking mighty fine out there in left field. Trey Jones, part of history, but you know what? He keeps a smile on his face, and we will too, because the Tailgaters did get a run in that frame. Colin Stone, a second-year pitcher here in banana ball, is going to make his debut appearance here in Richmond. 1.1 this year, so hadn't had a ton of action, and the little time he did, well, 12 minutes per inning, so trying to rewrite a little bit of the narrative so far here in Richmond. Mason Maxwell will be the first one to come on up. So Colin Stone take his opportunity to try to protect the lead here. Taj Porter, well, that was a heck of a wind-up there, throwing down. Come on down to second. Taj Porter doing a great job. So now Mason Maxwell, he made a man out of a pitch in Anaheim. Can he do it again here in Virginia? Tailgaters are up 1-0 here in the 7th inning. Maxwell lets a couple go by him there. 2 balls, no strikes. He's a CPL guy in Wilmington in 2022, played in the Atlantic in 2024. Maxwell turns, sends this to right field. Brett Carson giving it chase. Is he going to pull out the bag of tricks? He sure is. Marcus Castillo gives the assist. Brett Carson, tremendous with the colorful glove. Looks like a thing of tricks there on his hand. Stephen Cullen going into foul territory with a 1-1 count. Cullen, that is dangerous territory at this point. Cullen slapping one into right field. Carson giving it chase. Is he going to try to break out? The behind the back catch, spinning to boot. Not even sure if he got eyes on that one. Did turn his head, but he spins and makes a tremendous catch. That is now 2 straight trick plays for the right fielder. Oh, and he made it look simple. Backwards hat and all. Now the Texas Tailgaters on the verge of taking a 2-1 lead here in this game. It is a 1-1 game here with 28 minutes, just under 29 minutes to go here from the diamond. Caden Green, who made the inning-ending throw from second in the top half of the frame, called him South Trimble. That's because he had the bandana on. I thought it was a magic hat, but either way, Caden Green with an opportunity to try to get something. That is a hot shot down the line in left, but it is foul. Green is tied for the team lead in trick plays here for the Firefighters. 111 batting average coming into this one. Got a pair of hits. On-base percentage of 200. Colin Stone, though, with a full count. He can send one up, and he sure does. In between the legs, in between the legs. And boy, that was very close. Trying to go a few in between the legs, but you know what? It does the job. Caden Green's out, and the Firefighters, or excuse me, the Texas Tailgaters are up 2-1 here in this game, and in between the legs once, twice, maybe a third time. Caden Green carrying the bat with him, maybe trying to hit it away. You know what? No harm, no foul. And that is a terrific way for the Tailgaters to end it and get up 2-1 here so far. Well, if you thought tonight was fun, folks, this is just night 1 of the Firefighters. We got a second night of this one coming up tomorrow from Richmond, right here from the Diamond again. 7 o'clock, we'll start this thing off on the YouTube channels at 6:30. You've seen trick plays, you've seen big hits, you've seen records being set here in Richmond. Why wouldn't you want to tune back in as we go through the fires and the flames of firefighter country here on YouTube? Again, join us tomorrow, Texas Tailgaters, Firefighters from the capital of the Commonwealth, right here on Firefighters YouTube. Now it is time for the lightning of the firefighter squad, Johnny Hummel. He was a closer in college, had a huge inning for the Kentucky Wildcats, closed out what would end up being the game that earned the team their trip to their first ever College World Series out in Omaha. The man will bring out a Lightning McQueen car if that's what it takes. We saw that in Anaheim. And the Lexington Lightning now trying to do what he can to limit some damage and keep this one a 2-1 game in favor of the Tailgaters. Taj Porter had a single at his last appearance. Now the quad father will try to make Johnny Hummel have to think about this a little bit. Hummel, by the way, last year at Kentucky was 4-0, 3.48 ERA, had 24 appearances, pitched 31 innings, none bigger than the super regional game that ultimately got them to the College World Series. Ahead of Porter, now 0-2 the count. Porter, well, not real thrilled with that one. Tell you what, arguing balls and strikes with Vincent Chapman might be like arguing with air. He's just not going to care as that one is foul. Porter stays alive. Wonder if Coach Bartman lifting that one up, seeing if he might be able to grill one here. The grill is not making an appearance here at first base, but you know what, maybe it should as Hummel loads up. Right back up the gut goes Porter, and he's on to the bags for a second straight time. Hummel was very close. You know he wanted that one as we take a look at the replay. Porter right back up, and oh my goodness. We call him lightning. That was rapid, quick reaction for Hummel. Just couldn't get it quick enough, and now a runner aboard. And I tell you what, I believe the Texas Tailgaters, outside of maybe one inning, have had a runner on base every time they've come up to the plate so far in this one, as Brett Carson fouls it off. And Carson, after a white-hot inning in the bottom half of the seventh in the field with a pair of trick plays, now trying to do the job at the plate. Hummel checking at first. This is a dribbler. Might only be a play at first, and that's exactly what it is, as Johnny Cars gets the out at first. So one away. Justice will come back up to the plate, and he had a big hit when he came in to pitch hit for Zach Watson a couple innings ago. It was a double. Ultimately set up the Tailgaters for some success. Now a runner on second for TJ. Played 2 years at San Jose State, and then 3 years at Biola University. Said he had life-changing experiences during his time there. Now trying to have a life-changing at bat here. For the Tailgaters. Sends this one to Green. Green cleans that one up and sends it to D-Mac. 2 away. Big time opportunity here for Hummel. Marcos Castillo walks up. That unbuttoned jersey has become a staple here in Banana Ball. Hummel locates that one, though, on the outside. Again, Castillo, if you haven't seen it, go check out the game-winning catch he had in Cincinnati. As he swings and misses on that one, Cornette will pop up just to make sure no one moves to third base. But if you haven't seen the diving catch from Marcos Castillo in center field, folks, go seek it out. It is a thing that superheroes might dream of, but he swings, he misses, and that's an inning ender. Johnny Hummel, well, he didn't seem to know that was the inning ender at first, but now he comes on out. Just swings, misses. Look at Johnny Hummel with the stare down there of Marcus Castillo. He wanted that one. Marshall Schill will take it away.
Their phones, turn on their flashlights, and join us in the singing of God Bless the USA. Nation, we love you so much. Let's go Firefighters!
Lee Greenwood would hear that someplace and getting a little smile on his face. God bless America. Now Boston Red Sox fans across the country will smile, a big smile, as Sweet Caroline plays across the diamond here in Richmond as John Reed now comes up to bat, or excuse me, comes up to pitch. Still thinking of the Texas Tailgaters as though they are the hitting team, but John Reed, first year in banana ball, native of California, played at Pepperdine and then out in the Pacific. He's a former Nationals minor leaguer, 2016 and 2017, then played in the Frontier League. He is the oldest player on this team, but right now hoping that with some years, not only comes some wisdom, but comes some clutch pitching here as Taj Porter sends it on down. The Firefighters desperately need to get something going here. They've got a lot of good stuff in this game. They've played a little bit more consistently, but this is a huge 8th and 9th inning potentially coming on up. They can only tie it here at a 2-1 as they send Isaac Parra to the plate. Parra is a Gold Glove Award winner in college. Right now, I want to also update you. It's 2-2 down in Savannah as the Party Animals and Bananas take on game 2 of their 3-game set as Taj Porter, well, he's going to be in some pain for a while here, man. Couldn't tell if he got hit with a foul ball there or if Parra got him with the bat. Porter trying to stay in this one. Parra bending over, giving him a little love tap here. You hear someone saying tough it out. Folks, I'm not sure that's a place you can really tough it out in, but you know what? Taj Porter's going to give it a shot. Parra comes into this one. He's wearing pink and blue. Excuse me, he's wearing pink for son, soon-to-be daughter. But right now, he's going to have to go take a seat in the dugout. But now, okay, need everybody to ball their fists up. It's now time. Might be one of our last chances for the fire alarm here. Joe Lytle swings and, well, I think if you wanted to stay indoors, you're going to be all right. Fire alarm stays unpulled. Again, the fire alarm was if Joe Lytle could hit his first home run of the season, we'd go absolutely insane. People below the press box might be wondering what's going on, but instead we will keep it to ourselves here as Liam Spence represents a final hope here in the 8th. Texas Tailgaters up 2-1. As John Reed has made very quick work here in the 8th frame. Just like that, Spence is down 0-2. Might be the quickest inning of the game so far, just at a little over a minute and a half, and it will likely be over here shortly as that one flies out. Brett Carson, oh man, he makes the catch himself. That's a 140 inning. In fact, it might even be a little bit shorter. We'll have to convene here a little bit. But now we are going to the final inning here, folks, and this is a big one. Again, when the clock expires, the game reaches the 9th inning, that is the final inning. That's when it begins. All runs scored in the final inning are now going to count as points. So, again, we've seen it through the first 8 innings. You win the inning, you get the point. Now, if you score a run, that goes to your total. If the game is tied when this inning ends, the game is going to go into showdowns. And, folks, if you have not seen a showdown, it is batter versus hitter, one fielder, and that batter has to score. Folks, say it with me. It's the final inning. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I hope Europe is watching this tonight because I've just remixed the final countdown. But the final inning now becomes so crucial for both teams. The Texas Tailgaters can't just act like this one don't matter. 2-1 game can get done very quickly here on the Firefighters side. Christian Dearman has just been pelted with a water balloon. I almost said water bottle. That would have hurt worse. Oh, again. Dearman having himself some fun. But now a huge, huge couple of pitches here for Johnny Hummel. He's been in pressure spots before, both in and out of banana ball. but now is a big-time one. Big situation for both teams as Indiana Stanley will come up to the plate. Again, we have 16 minutes to go in this game, so it could be very, very quick, and well, that clock don't matter. We can get you on home even a little earlier than the 2-hour limit. As Hummel comes to set, delivers, and it's a strike to start out the 9th. Oh, hold on a minute. D-Mac? Hummel? Excuse me. Well, that was close. D-Mac breaking out the moves with old Lightning. Unfortunately, though, it is a ball. It's 1-1. Indiana Stanley has gotten on the base pads a couple of times. Now trying to deliver a big-time one as Dalton Cornett comes up with a crucial save there. And again, we haven't seen the rule come into play yet, but Indiana Stanley could do whatever he likes at the plate. He could steal first there if that one gets behind. Count is full now. He's gone 0 for 3 so far, but he's gotten a trick play in this one. Hummel would love to not put any sort of runner on base here. Stanley popped up. Can the fans make it 7? Can the fans make it 7? No, they cannot. You know, it's funny, when you set the record, now all of a sudden you see more hats coming off the head. You see the gloves starting to pop up a little bit more. They know they got an opportunity to make sure they're never reached again in banana ball history. That one lands, and that one also lands into the dirt. It's a ball four sprint. Stanley, oh man, he wanted to, but he tripped up going around first. A little fist pump of frustration, but he's on the base pads with a ball four sprint. And Travis Mongeau will come up. Moon trying to get a moonshot here. He does. And again, this all of a sudden would turn from a 2-1 game into a 4-1 game. Again, it's the importance of the 9th and final frame. Hummel checks. Mongeau, foul. Just as much as he would like to send a moonshot, the Firefighters would love a double play here. It's Coach Bartman with his 6 shooters doing a tremendous job patrolling the first base sign. That is a strike. It's 0-2. Oh, what a nasty, nasty pitch there from Johnny Hummel. And as Chevelle's red plays in the background, Travis Mongeau will be seeing red as Lightning McQueen comes on out. And Johnny Hummel with a lightning little appearance there. Now trying to get what could be an half inning double play. Tell you what, I'm just too excited to hear, folks, as Looters has said goodbye to the unicycle. Says, I got to hit this one on my own 2 feet. And that one's foul. It's 1-1 with 1 away. Looters was trying to come up with a nickname for me earlier because there's a ton of Zachs here, right? Zachary Bridges, Zach Watson. Now there's me here, Zach Staten. Started calling me ZS. Said something about my last name. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think he said Z-Chat or something like that. I don't know. We got a lot of work to do with Sunshine Looters, but it's nice to know that the Texas Tailgaters notice me. It's at least nice to know that. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be their favorite broadcast entertainer, not Brett Loftus, as that one is lofted into right field. Mason Maxwell comes away with it. 2 away, 1 on. Johnny Hummel has done a great job here of limiting damage here. Had a runner on in the 8th, had a runner on here, and so far no one has gotten home. Mason Maxwell and that beautiful bandana going back to his spot in right field. And oh, we've got a golden batter potentially.
The golden batter rule.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They have invoked the golden batter rule. Hitting in the place.
This is so exciting, folks. My first golden batter
is the Tailgaters' golden batter, Taj Porter.
Oh, how could they hide the quad so well? It is Taj Porter that will come up to try and get Indiana Stanley at least moved on from first. The Quad Father with the Golden Dome now back on. Again, if you're new to Banana Ball, the Golden Batter rule simple. You can take any batter you want, place them wherever you'd like to ensure the best possible situations for your team as the frames come down to their final conclusions. Taj Porter now becomes the Golden at bat. He's had a couple of hits in both of his last two appearances here, beg your pardon, now trying to make it 3 straight base knocks with 2 away. Two and one. Porter saying, I'm not going for that one. Well, that one gets by Cornette. Stanley didn't notice it first, but now he'll get over to second. It is 3-1. But now this becomes crucial. If Johnny Hummel gives up a ball 4 sprint, Indiana Stanley can very easily make it home and make it a 3-1 ball game. And the Firefighters so far in this game have not had any inning where they have scored more than 1 run. And it's outside. Stanley, he's going to make it around before all 7 fielders touch the plate. And the Texas Tailgaters are going to break out the celebration as it is now a 3-1 ball game. That's right. Ride 'em, Cowboy. Ride 'em, Cowboy. As the Texas Tailgaters take a 3-1 advantage here. Jordan Hussein will take over as the designated runner for Taj Porter. And the Golden at bat doesn't result in a hit, but it does result in a run and a ball 4 sprint. Now Val Perez's group just got to get out of the inning with as little damage done as possible and try to give yourself an opportunity to walk this thing off or send it to showdowns. Trey Jones, that one popped into the dirt and then almost back into foul territory, excuse me, but that instead rolls foul. Dalton Cornette hands it back over to his closer. Cornette loaded up to try and knock down Jordan Hussein trying to steal, but instead he'll just have to settle. But it is 1-2. 2 away. Hummel delivers. That one goes into the dirt. It's a steal of first base as well. So a banana ball that goes into the dirt now not only moves Jordan Hussein over to third, now it puts Trey Jones at first with a steal of first. Huge opportunity for Nick Lopez. All of a sudden, this can become a 4-1 ball game in favor of the Tailgaters. Cornette won't even try it with Trey Jones stealing second. He tries that, and Jordan Hussein's coming home, no problem. Lopez, that's foul. Can the fans get him out? No, that goes beyond their reach. When the Firefighters get up to the plate, they'll have 7 minutes. But the clock at this point, not too much of a factor. Anyway, Lopez gobbled up, and Parra will toss it on over to D-Mac. So, it's rally time, folks. Let's call it what it is. It's a tough situation. 3-1, you're in a hole, but you're not out of this yet. Donuts are on the line. Pride is on the line. The Firefighters' first headliner game is on the line. This is what banana ball, what sport, what competition is all about. You want an opportunity to be special. That's what you've earned here tonight. That's what you have here tonight. The boys in the black and neon have a chance to be special, just like these fans in Richmond, Virginia, who have caught six foul balls for outs. You have an opportunity to send them home knowing they saw something special along with their efforts. Like we said in the social media video today, this is our time. Can you go out and take it? Or do you hand it over to the Texas Tailgaters? The first banana ball game that does not feature the Yellow Bellies or the animals that like to party. Who wins it? Who wins it? You have an opportunity to sweep. And boy, by the way, John Reed, he's been in some big-time situations. Oldest player on the Texas Tailgaters. Maybe some gray hairs there, though. He works that second inning. Velocity come off that foul ball or that fastball? Who knows? Either way, Val Perez's group knows it is the time. It is the place. We said the Firefighters are here to serve, protect, and kick some axes. Can they do it here in the bottom of the ninth? Logan Lacey will start us off. Can he do it? Oh, my goodness. He swung and missed. But you know what? Hey, that's why you get 3 strikes. Second pitch, Lacey fouled back, but it's off. It's, hey, that was off the netting. Vincent Chapman, you're funny, but it don't count. He's supposed to be a man, by the way, unbiased, and he just tried to catch a firefighter out. Vincent Chapman, what are we doing? Oh, no. Logan Lacey struck out, and that is a big one for John Reed, pumping his fist. Now at this point, too, with the Firefighters, we check out the replay, and Lacey, just couldn't connect. It was a good pitch from John Reed. You do see the young professor in the dugout. You got to wonder if the Firefighters are potentially loading up here for a golden at bat of their own. Cornett takes one inside, ball one. Cornett puts one in play. That is going to be easily rounded up and sent on over to TJ Justice. And just like that, Sunshine Looters has put the Firefighters on their last legs. Dakota McFadden, he is the veteran of this crew. The veteran of the fire and the flames of Banana Ball. Can he do something here? He'll look at one inside. The stars and the moon beginning to light up the Richmond city skies. McFadden thought he got hit. Vincent Chapman says no thank you. But it is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make it 3 balls, no strikes. McFadden can get on here. That's a huge runner. But he'll stare at one right down the plate. One from Metallica playing in the background. McFadden puts one into the seats. It will stay foul, but now the count is full. Payoff pitch coming. Can the Firefighters give themselves a chance? Ron Franklin is on deck. McFadden looks at ball 4. He'll just take it to first, but now, oh boy, now, Ron Franklin has a chance to put himself onto social media, onto the viral clips, and into Firefighter history. He has a 9th inning 2-run home run this season. Can old number 23 do it again? He told me he's him out in Anaheim. Don't mess with him. Does John Reed give him something to mess with? Noah Bridges is at first. Franklin, oh, he wanted that one as a big hack. Franklin lets that one run up on him. Reed, it's 1-1, 2 away. Noah Bridges on first. Franklin lofts it up. And that might be the last gasp of air coming out of the Firefighters' lungs. It is. TJ Justice catches it, and the Tailgaters have spoiled the Firefighters' headlining debut. The boys from Texas come to Richmond, put 2 points up in the final 3 innings, and take it 3-1. What's the full screen graphic on? Okay. Who's showing? Fans? As the streamers come down on the Texas Tailgaters, the victory is complete. 3-1, the final here from Richmond, Virginia. The second of our double dip will be tomorrow. But the showman of the night is the fans. It has to be you, the fans. 6 foul balls caught by fans tonight. That is a new banana ball record. All of them barehanded. No one taking the cheap way out with the hats. Nobody taking the cheap way out with the gloves. They wanted bare hand to catch a ball, and they certainly did. We're going to show you all 6 of those here in just a few minutes, but you look at the stats, 11 hits for the Texas Tailgaters. Just not really able to do much for the Firefighters. Just look at you. Look at you, Firefighter Nation. Now look, that's a Texas Tailgater fan right there. He got the Tailgaters out of a bad situation. Firefighters could thank him. That fan right there, he took a bow in front of Logan Lacey. These people bragged, and they should have. They were awesome tonight. They were tremendous tonight. The fans are the story of the game. What an awesome night here for Richmond. And look, now they've got standards to live up to tomorrow. Now they know what they got to do, and I think they'll come prepared. But guess what? It's the Tailgaters night tonight. And the Cowboy correspondent with his belt buckle, Brett Loftus, is going now brag with someone.
We're talking to you tonight, but we got to talk about our showman of the night. It's not a tailgater, it's these fans. 6 fan-caught foul balls, a record in banana ball, 3 of which you induced. Tell me about that, Joe.
I'm glad they brought their gloves tonight, Brett. I mean, these fans were incredible. They brought the energy from the start. I mean, 9,000 sounded like 45,000. I mean, again, thank God they brought their gloves. They got some hands out here in Richmond. We're excited to see how we get more tomorrow.
Joe, I got to ask you. You rode in on that hobby horse. Break that down for us for a few moments.
I'm not going to lie. The fellas knew I was a little nervous. I decided throwing a strike. My roommate, Ron Franklin, didn't want to swing the bat, which is all right. But, hey, it was fun, man. I love this place.
Final thing for you. Richmond, Virginia, Firefighters headliners. Tailgaters win.
We're walking in, Firefighter headliner, walking out, Tailgater headliner. Let's go, baby. Time to gator up. Gator up.
Brett, thank you very much. And that brings us to the conclusion of our first night here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. The 4th banana ball game here in Virginia ultimately goes to the Texas Tailgaters, 9,000 strong here in the Diamond. But you know what? At the end of this, folks, it's just the beginning. We got 8 stops here in the Commonwealth. Tonight, just 1. The end truly is where we begin. And so, we thank you very much for joining us. And a reminder, tomorrow, 7 p.m. start. We'll start you right here at 6:30 here on the Firefighters YouTube. We'll do this again. We'll see if the Firefighters can find some revenge. We'll see if they can extinguish the guys in blue. They seem a little cocky, they seem a little arrogant, and they should. They were tremendous tonight. 11 hits to 4 for the Firefighters. But now, you know what? It's just a setup for a tremendous comeback for the boys in black and neon. Brett Loftus has been down on the sideline. Our executive producer has been Yvonne Trezak. I'm your fireside chatter, Zach Staten. We thank you so much for joining us here tonight for our first Firefighter headliner game, Richmond, Virginia. It's been a pleasure. We'll see if you can reach the standards that you did tonight in foul territory. Until next time, folks, we'll see you down the trail. And always remember, no matter what the situation, stay lit.